Marcus-Black.
Have you seen the Camron and Mase podcast?
I did.
It's as funny as it gets.
Hilarious.
The pause, the fucking...
They're just going after it.
That's crazy. Pause is so fucking funny.
They just went after it.
Yeah.
It's like we were talking about this, that like they talk like people used to talk in the 90s.
Yeah, they're going. They're telling stories, too.
They're just telling stories.
Like,
and
this is what we used to
laughing.
do. They talk about like running trains on
And
chicks.
they're laughing.
Blacker this time.
Yeah.
We're going to bring the hood.
Yeah.
It might be a bandana on it.
Yeah. Young Money.
They're both laughing so loud.
Yeah, it's as good as it gets.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
Because they're not scared.
Hey, yo, we got to salute this being a great look for Cam and Mase. And it is what it is, the podcast. If y'all don't know, Joe Rogan is like the #1 podcast in America or the world, basically. He covers all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But he's like more a down-to-earth white dude, right? And Cam and Mase and them are on the come up. Now, mind you, this is after the controversy with, as far as Melyssa Ford and Camron and Mase, and her saying, like, her making inappropriate opinions and statements, basically, that had them looking at her crazy and them going back and forth, and Joe Budden getting involved. So for the #1 podcast to actually bring up the same topic, mentioning as far as, you know, because basically they was saying how, you know, it reminds them of like how people talked in the 90s, you know, you being around your boys and just talking, vibing and politicking and joking around and bringing up old memories and all that kind of stuff. Because in this situation, they were talking about when they were younger and they were at a whorehouse and they actually brought a girl like home, basically, or something like that. Melyssa Ford jumped in, obviously, on the Joe Budden podcast and insinuated that it could possibly be underage females there. You know what I'm saying, which had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying, and just putting it out there, you know, anybody could start looking at them a certain way, trying to do research on them and da-da-da. So just to throw possibilities of something that wasn't even like really the topic, it's like it put a bad taste in people's mouth. So long story short, it's dope how Joe Rogan and them mentions the whole situation, not Melyssa Ford, but as far as like Cam and them being unapologetic and doing what they feel and having fun, but also they mentioned the whorehouse situation, how they was telling that story, and they was just saying how it was funny and this and that and the third. They didn't throw shots at it. So when Camron replied, showing Joe Rogan and them love, he ended up throwing subs at Melyssa Ford and Joe Budden and them, basically saying like, thanks for showing us love, da-da-da, no false allegations, this and that, da-da-da, or accusations or whatever he said. But yo, long story short, mind you, Cam and them was like #6 on like top podcasts. I'm saying they just came in the game less than a year ago. So like all these looks, Stephen A. Smith interviewing them interviewing Stephen A. Smith, them having O.J. Simpson, like them just signing a deal with Mark Jackson, like shit like that is fire, man. So we gotta show them love and show them respect and salute them. You know what I'm saying? Cam's still rhyming as good as he ever been. Mase is still fire, you know what I'm saying? Then you got all the controversy going on with P. Diddy. Y'all know how Mase feel about that. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent. Like, it's a lot going on, but this whole point was just to salute them and show, like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people wouldn't even think Joe Rogan knows who Cam'ron and Mase is or watches their podcast or this and that and the third. So for him to know who they is and say it's funny and this and that and show them a good look, like so many people watch Joe Rogan that people gonna watch that clip and go watch Cam and them off the strength of that. Now imagine Cam and Mase being able to get Joe Rogan on their show. That'd be crazy. That'd be the craziest look ever, because what podcast has done that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to salute these fellas, man. Show them love. I'm gonna put the video of like Camron and Melyssa Ford and all them going back and forth, Joe Budden and all them. I'm gonna put that video like at the end of this or in the comment section. It might be pinned or something like that. I'm saying if y'all want to go check that out and see, you know, my opinion on that, and plus like the storyline of what was going on, that's your opportunity. But yo, like I said, it is what it is. Podcast out now. I'm saying? Shout out to Treasure. That's the shorty that's on there. I mean, shout out to Station Beta. Mase's sister. But anyway, man, I'm off this, man. Much love to the next time. Like, comment, subscribe to the mother channel. One.
Marcus, Blackus.